There's a familiar demon living inside you. It's that sudden, burning tension in your chest when someone disrespects you. It's the rage that simmers in your gut when things refuse to go your way. But every time you explode, you're showing the world exactly how to control you. You're handing them your buttons. You become a toy, and your strings are your emotions. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you are disturbed by external things, it is not they that trouble you, but your own judgment of them. You pull your own strings. If an adversary can make you angry, they own your actions. To take back control, sever those emotional strings so completely that no one can manipulate you again." Enter Miyamoto Musashi. In an era defined by brutal, chaotic violence, Musashi fought over 60 life-or-death duels and never lost a single one. His record wasn't a product of being the fastest or the strongest. He won because he was entirely emotionless in battle. He fought like a machine wrapped in absolute silence. Most people try to build thick emotional armor to absorb insults. Musashi went the opposite route. He systematically stripped away his comforts and ego to create an internal state he called the void. Real power is the impossibility of being provoked. A person with no emotional triggers cannot be broken. When someone cuts you off in traffic or insults you, the anger stems from a quiet sense of entitlement. You get angry because you subconsciously expect the world to be fair, and you expect people to behave exactly the way you want. Musashi's first step to mastering his mind was killing that entitlement through voluntary hardship. He deliberately avoided fame and fortune, seeking out physical discomfort instead. He walked alone and literally slept in the dirt. By shunning luxury, he systematically rewired his brain to expect absolutely nothing from his environment. When you strip away the demand for comfort and fairness, the world loses its leverage over you. You can't be disappointed by a world you expect nothing from. This philosophy was tested early. Barely out of his teens, Musashi challenged Arima Kihei, a highly skilled, confident, and heavily armed swordsman. Kihei laughed, mocked, and tried to trigger a reaction. Musashi watched in total silence, holding a wooden stick. No theatrics, just cold, calculating awareness. Musashi viewed the mind like a blade. Let it sit in emotion, and it dulls. Keep it silent and still, and it cuts through anything. The tactical pause shifts the dynamic. By observing the insult without reacting, you become a witness, not a participant. At its core, anger is rarely about the world being cruel. It is a defense mechanism for a fragile ego. You get mad when your pride is bruised and your public image is attacked. Musashi engaged in an extreme daily practice to combat this. He meditated on his own death every single morning. He forced his sense of self-importance down to zero. He didn't care if people liked him or if his name echoed through history. By completely detaching from the need for validation, he removed the exact target that insults are designed to hit. An insult cannot land if there is no pride left to wound. By systematically killing the ego, you become a psychological ghost, completely immune to attack. Musashi's ultimate test came against Sasaki Kojiro, a master swordsman and national celebrity known for his elegant, deadly speed. Instead of meeting him head-on, Musashi employed deliberate tactical manipulation. He arrived hours late, specifically to push Kojiro out of his discipline and into a state of blind, furious rage. Boiling with anger, Kojiro lunged. Musashi, calm as a stone and wielding a wooden sword carved from an oar, struck once. Kojiro dropped dead.
That's what anger gets you. In high-stakes conflict, losing control of your emotions turns a master into a victim. This isn't about pretending to be a samurai. It's about adopting their core emptiness, detachment, and silence. This is about the utility of subtraction, removing the triggers that keep you reactive. Stop demanding the world accommodate you, and start detaching. Stop reacting to every provocation, and start observing. The warrior's way is the resolute acceptance of death. When the end is no longer feared, the ego loses its primary fuel, and the fires of rage begin to cool. Invincibility is the result of absolute emptiness. When the ego is starved until nothing remains to be wounded, only silent power remains.